Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? I just kind of wanted a minute just to talk to you guys about this mess that's going on Love and Hip Hop right now with Kirk, Rasheeda, Jasmine, and just all the craziness that's going on. Okay, so at this moment, Kirk and Rasheeda is doing their little follow up with the whole Jasmine situation.
At the attorney's office, he was basically saying that he plans to be in Cannon's life, which I never doubted, but my thing is just like, what's the holdup?
I just feel like you have to be patient. Like, you had Kannon with the married man. He's probably at home trying to fix his family.
Cannon is his family, though.
I mean, he is his family,
And
but
I didn't
not...
do this by myself. He knew he was married just as well as I did, and here I am taking care of his son. You see how you communicating all of this to me right now? I wish that we had some type of communication other than Kelsey.
You know, this relationship is a very weird thing here.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and you have to kind of understand and respect the process. I'll be the first to admit, based on how the went down, I was the one who said there needs to be zero communication between Kirk and Jasmine. But with the child involved, it's damn near impossible to co-parent without some form of communication. If you're feeling some kind of way, yes, the line of communication is Kelsey, so reach out to her.
Work on being in contact. You need to have a direct number, you and her, to get in contact with each other. Why can't it be something direct? Work on that. Seriously.
Jasmine.
Oh, so now you gotta text her?
No. When I went to meet her mom and her grandma, she was like, okay, I need to have my own contact, please, because if something is wrong with Kannon, like, I don't want to call your daughter. Can I get the number? Like,
So when was you gonna decide you was gonna tell me about it?
I actually, that just happened.
Just happened when? Because we done been here for some days. We've been working hard on bringing Kannon into this family, but it's not easy for me to think about my husband communicating with a woman that he had an affair with. I asked for complete honesty in this situation. Him not telling me that Jasmine has his number and that they're communicating makes me sit here and wonder, now what else is your ass hiding? This is my thing, the communication. Like,
Right.
I'm communicating with you, but you're not communicating with me, and that ain't cool.
I was
No,
communicating
you
with
wasn't.
Listen, when I was over there
Oh, well.
talking to Jaz's mom and her grandma, like I said I was going to do, they actually had her come over there. But I didn't know she was coming. I had no idea.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh yeah, she's gonna come over. I was actually talking to them about arrangements with Kannon on making sure he was good and everything. And then she comes popping up. The texting was like, oh, it's an emergency. He got a fever. But nobody was around to take him. And that's what I was saying. Like, I wasn't trying to just give her the number.
We talked about you speaking to the grandmama, but you didn't say to me about you talking to her.
And I didn't get to talk to her.
No, you
about
weren't keeping nothing from me, but I don't know. I had to find out because I'm just so having to pick up your
Oh,
phone.
I didn't
That was a
check
little
it.
while ago when you talked to them.
You encouraged me to help work stuff out with Kannon and get it right, correct?
Yeah, but I'm encouraging you and being cool about the situation, although this is overwhelming and a lot to deal with.
I totally
and I'm trying
understand.
to communicate with you.
You know,
I
what is so
don't.
wrong with me having your number? If something is wrong, just you don't want me to be able to get in contact with you.
Well, first
I
of all,
kinda
y'all
had
done
the
went this far without having each other's number because anytime she quote unquote needs something or wants something, she hit Kelsey. But here's my thing: if that's a decision that you're gonna make, you should talk to me about that. You know, it makes me feel like, damn, I'm looking and she texts you, I don't know about it. That makes me feel like I can't trust you.
I get that, but I feel like if it caused issues, I was just gonna change my
I'm
number.
gonna go.
You know, it's kind of been boring seasons for Kirk and Rasheeda for some time now, and we haven't heard much about Jasmine. But you know, this year of Love and Hip Hop, everybody's turning it up a notch. We've seen Erica back on Love and Hip Hop. We've seen, you know, Scrappy and Erica and Bambi and a whole little three-way situation. Hell, Diamond was there at a certain time, and Love and Hip Hop have not actually been this good in a very long time. So everybody is stepping it up. They trying to get that money. They trying to stay on television. They trying to make Love and Hip Hop go #1 again. I don't know, trying to, you know, make viewers tune in and watch, okay? So I think that Rasheeda and Kirk are turning up their storyline with Jasmine. Now, I don't know how true all of it is, but hey, we going to talk about what they put out there, okay? So I guess defects, and I guess that's like you call, I don't know too much about defects, but that is when the mother is doing something. I guess defects get called to where, from what I'm understanding from watching the show, the child is not going to school, Jasmine's not getting the little boy in school as much, or something's happening where, you know, the law is being called, and, you know, they're saying that she's not doing her job as a mother.
Got a defects situation going on, and that got me pissed off. What is that? Department of Family and Children Services. Like, he hasn't been going to school. Oh my God. And when he go, he be late. Have you talked to her? No, I have not talked to her. So y'all definitely need to have a conversation. You know, I don't talk to her. I don't deal with her. I don't do anything. The best thing, if you could stomach it, forming that relationship so that there can be some synergy in the parenting. The only way I would be able to form a relationship would be like, all this bullshit got to stop. All the calling, why ain't this, why ain't that? It ain't even about the child support because he ain't never missed a payment, ain't never been late, ain't never. She want more. She just wants more.
So Rasheeda and Kirk are talking about that, and saying that that's a serious situation. You know, she's not doing a good job as a mother. And I remember that episode because I remember it was Spice and Shekinah talking, you know, to Rasheeda and, you know, trying to advocate for Jasmine or trying to play, devil's advocate and see where she's maybe coming from. And so Spice said, is it a situation to where y'all feel like y'all need to gain custody, like take the child?
Does she want Kirk to take full custody? Because that could also solve it.
Maybe she's having a hard time taking care of the child. Y'all could take the child, have full custody. And Rasheeda's, early on in the conversation, Rasheeda's like, oh, how, she's not doing her job as a mom. She's getting all the money from Kirk and everything. So she don't understand why Defects is calling. She feels as though like Jasmine's not a good mom and Jasmine, is doing something.
She's probably feeling like, okay, we both made a mistake, but now I'm the only one that's living with. She's on with the kid alone. Sit back by her sitting at home taking care of that child? No, because if she was, Defects wouldn't be calling. Your baby daddy's so I get where y'all coming from. Feeling like, ooh, I know what it feel like on her end, but you probably know what it feel like because you ain't getting child support. She get it, and she gets more. And she gets help whenever she calls Kirk. So it's a big difference.
So when the conversation was brought up to where y'all could have full custody of him, she was like, I'm not going to take a mother away from their child. I would never do nothing like that, unless there's a problem, unless something's being wrong.
I don't believe in somebody taking a child from their mother, unless it's unfit. Then the situation should change.
And then Shekinah was like, well, you saying Defects is being called, and that means that she not, taking care of her child. She not doing something right. So obviously, there is something going on to where you would need to take the child. And Rasheeda got quiet.
Child from their mother, unless it's unfit. Then the situation should change. But isn't she unfit or Defects though?
And that, silence was very telling for a lot of people now. And if we go back into the history of Kirk and all of that, Kirk, first of all, when Rasheeda got pregnant with their last son, he immediately said that he wanted her to get a DNA test. He was saying that he didn't want nothing to do with the child, anything, And according to Jasmine, he asked Jasmine to have her kid, have the baby, and, give birth and all of that. It wasn't a situation to where Jasmine just got pregnant and it was a side baby and she snuck some. No, Kirk knew what it was and said that they don't have abortions, all of that. He was here for her having the baby. So it's crazy that he rejected Rasheeda's baby, but then according to Jasmine, he wanted their baby. I don't know if I necessarily believe that, but that's what Jasmine's saying.
People say I tried to trap him.
Yeah.
But the gag is that Kirk wanted me to have the baby. Yes.
What do you mean?
That's the part they didn't show you.
Okay.
Kirk wanted me to have the baby.
So he finds out that you're pregnant.
He finds out that I'm pregnant. We have a conversation, and almost his exact words is, "We don't kill no babies over here." I kid you not. Well,
That's something you decided to do.
I did it by myself.
Yeah, you did.
I got myself knocked up. Okay.
I don't know. I really have doubts about it.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do.
Well, that all you want then with your smart mouth. You
I
think
really
that's
do.
funny? You think that's
Feel like I'm being funny? At the end of the day, that right there, we will need a blood test because yes, I do have things on my mind.
You are joking, right? You playing with me right now with that,
Why
right?
is it a joke?
So what you think I'm around?
What are rappers known for? The great thing for you is you're still at a stage where you can X that right there out the picture.
And Jasmine actually was going around chasing Rasheeda, trying to get Rasheeda to know that she was pregnant, to which a long time ago we never understood why. Like, why were you chasing Rasheeda to get her to know? And even when Rasheeda did know, Rasheeda decided to stay with that man. Jasmine was going very hard to gain some sort of connection with Rasheeda when it was clearly hurting Rasheeda, and Rasheeda felt done wrong in many ways.
Because when I talk to my mom and I talk to my stepdaughter, because you're coming in my place of business, on some real, like, don't nobody, what? The reason why I did that in the first place is because I wanted to be able to speak to you. So then I'm confused on what it is you're wanting. You want to apologize, and then what? Because anything else after that has nothing to do with me. You need to be having whatever conversation you need to have with that man. So when you coming in pressed and popping up in places and saying, well, my son deserves this and this person need to do that, I'm looking at you sideways like, oh, you want us to jump because you ready now, but you didn't think about my family, my children, or none of that when you was out here being just scandalous in the street.
Now, my thing is Rasheeda done wrong by Jasmine? No. And I've always felt like Jasmine did not owe Rasheeda nothing. Your man owes you loyalty. It's your man. All that girl power stuff, girls always throw that around like, oh, we're all women. We're all supposed to stand up for another. No, women don't stand up for one another. Women, if we're keeping it a buck, some women, like, we'll owe girls when it comes down to a man and something a man is doing against a woman. But when we really have conversations about women, women are in competition with other women. Women will go above and beyond to fight other women in jobs and different things. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it is what it is. That girl did not owe you loyalty. Your man did. Your husband did. Your partner did. Your friend did.
I didn't lay down by myself, so that. But if you'd have kept them legs closed, it wouldn't be no child. Oh, well, don't give a. But it's the truth, though. And I'm not going to sit here and argue with you because we ain't even on this, like, right here. And I meant that wholeheartedly. Okay, good. But I'm not about to sit here and try to act like I'm the only person that did this. Yeah, okay, cool.
I think that a lot of the times she's like, oh, she's upset that this happened, but she's giving a lot of the bulk of the blame on Jasmine instead of giving it to the man that she sleeps with, the man that she's married to. And that's the sad part. It's like it even appears that he's still trying to, go out and sleep with Jasmine or show interest in Jasmine. And it just looks a hot hell mess. He's looking very guilty on television. He's trying to entertain Jasmine for whatever reason. He's with Rasheeda for business reasons, because it benefits his pockets and because they have built a union together to where they have business together. They got money together. He don't want to lose everything. And Rasheeda don't want to lose everything. And Rasheeda got security. Is better to be with the devil that you know than the angel that you don't know. So she's not ready to like leave him and take that big step. So she's in this relationship that it doesn't look like she's happy in. And I knew it was something when I saw that little video with Safari and Erica Mena. And then I saw the video where Rasheeda was in there too. They did a little TikTok video together. I knew, like, because both of their relationships was just trash, Erica happened to divorce Safari, God bless her soul, but Rasheeda's still dealing with Kirk. Okay, now I say still dealing with because Kirk is still out here doing Rasheeda wrong, and she's throwing majority of the blame on Jasmine. And the crazy part is the defect situation is the first situation to why Rasheeda's sitting down with Jasmine and Kirk and having this conversation. Prior to that, she's just hearing little bits and pieces from her husband whenever he get mad at his baby mama. However, he's not communicating with her, him trying to talk to her going over there with no towel on, or her going over there with less clothes on. If they messed around or not, who's to say? What, like, I believe that they did, but who's to say? She's not getting the backup information on that. But every time he got a problem with Jasmine, he's running to his wife and saying different things and making her feel something, or like that something's going on and blah 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 blah, that this woman just hating off of her when she doesn't have the full scope of the entire situation. Rasheeda is definitely making herself look absolutely the fool, just because this man continuously plays in her face. But maybe she know what she doing. I guess maybe it's benefiting her pockets. Maybe all of that is worth, the money is worth her mental health. The money is worth her taking all the steps in which that she's taking. But she's looking very, very insane, and she's playing in her own face. She's humiliating herself. This man continuously keeps playing with her, she keep letting him play Nintendo, all of that. They're at this point, it's PlayStation 4, it's PlayStation 5 at this point. And I think they're doing it all for ratings. There was a clip to where I remember Jasmine was saying how she was trying to tell Rasheeda and apologize to Rasheeda, and going so hard, and Rasheeda was all like, well, you only told me on TV, so it wasn't genuine. But she was like, your husband didn't tell you at all, so what are we talking about?
You was so sincere, then you would have came to me from the beginning. You came to me on television. That's what I came to you on television, but your husband didn't come to you at all. He didn't. So,
why is Rasheeda still on Love and Hip Hop after all these years? I was here with Jocelyn Hernandez when she was like, it's been years, this man cheated on you on TV. Why are you still on this show? What are you gaining from this show? Because you haven't necessarily benefited much from the show other than notoriety and fame. He continuously keeps playing in your face, and you keep allowing him. It looks very tragic on her part. Everybody look at her and feel sorry for her. Everybody's not looking at her like, oh yeah, we understand what she's saying, we understand how she feels. No, we're looking at her like, this is tragedy, this is sad that this man continuously keeps playing in her face. Everybody know he's still sleeping with Jasmine, and if he's not, at the very least he still wants to. It's still cloudy energy. He's making you feel one way when that's not the case.
sometimes you gotta know when to say enough is enough. She don't have the man had a baby on her on camera. She don't went through so much. I would have went under the motherfucking ground and never came back up. At least let this bitch ass keep safe. If I'm a with you, bitch, ain't nobody gonna know. You can still be my husband in the dark, bitch, in the basement. But I be in the light, bitch. You claim you dead, hoe. Let's bury you. Bitch, I am doing a whole funeral on you, Kirk, bitch. You are dying, okay? You had a heart attack and you dead, bitch. Now you live in the basement, and I only, bitch, you see me in the house. You feel me?
Misery, you're
bitch,
the basement.
you heard me, okay? We're not doing that.
And I think that Jasmine should honestly keep that energy with Kirk, But however, behind the scenes, Rasheeda is talking to Kirk, oh, your son needs to have pull-ups. You trying to be involved but not involved at the same time. Give your opinion, but you don't have no communication and no connection to the mom. So you continuously getting played, And not saying that having communication with the mom is the best thing, because sometimes some baby mamas have communication with the moms and all of that, and it's a mess on both sides. The wife and the baby mom mama have issues because both of them still sleeping with the same man. I blame Kirk because I feel like he's doing a tic-tac-toe to back and forth, and it's just looking a mess. Rasheeda wants to stay with him. Rasheeda wants to still be with him for whatever reason, beneficial, money, or she love him, whatever it is. It just feels like this situation has ran its course. Y'all got grown kids now, other than the little baby. Y'all got grown kids now. So I don't understand the reason why you continuously keep putting yourself through this. Are you gonna, because everybody talks about Rasheeda's bags under her eyes, is because this man been stressing her the F out, okay? So I don't know how far this is gonna go. I don't know how long she's going to keep putting up with this, but I completely blame Kirk for how he's handling it. And I think that, Jasmine, you have your part to play in it. You're hurting Rasheeda's feelings by revealing all of these different things, and you couldn't be too sorry about it, about sleeping with him. You should have never told that woman sorry, especially when you didn't do nothing. You ain't owe her nothing. Her husband did. And she continuously keep blaming you, but you keep seeking her for some sort of friendship when that's not going to be the case. It's not going to happen because her husband's still on a low sleeping with you and messing with you, and you not shutting it down from the gate. You entertaining it, and you only showing it and bringing it up when it's beneficial, in order to shun her and hurt her feelings in some way, somehow. Because if it wasn't to hurt her feelings, you should have said it from the gate when he started it. If you wasn't interested in that and you knew how it affected you the first time go, but you are entertaining the conversation, whatever is happening behind the scenes, I don't know.
Kirk is still trying to. I've told him he's not giving me enough. He's told me, okay, I can give you more. Yeah. As long as we're. You just gotta be strong. The reason why I've never really outed him is because I don't want to take 2 steps back. I kind of want to move forward from this shit. Back on what? Like this co-parenting. Like he's whacking him getting money to you. Does she know this? I've never told a soul. Nobody knows about this. But gloves is off. Like, you forced my hand.
But Rasheeda definitely need to, pick up the courage and leave this man alone because he don't respect her. Neither do he care for her. Neither does he care about their union and all the things that they built together. I just think that it's time to walk away from Kirk. But will she? I don't think she's going to walk away from him. I don't think she's ever going to walk away from him. I think she's going to keep dealing with him, keep being with him. If she does, I will be surprised. And I think he's still sleeping around with Jasmine. Anybody can see that.
So if I pick him up from your house and I come to your door, you're gonna be fully dressed, or are you gonna be how you normally be?
How do I normally be?
You came to the door a few times in your birthday suit. You don't think that's happened?
Kidding me?
So that's never happened?
Oh, you making up now. I don't know what you trying to do, what you trying to pull. But it's okay, because listen, I don't erase no message.
And I'm not saying it like I've never...
I don't erase nothing. Take this mic off of me. Listen, Kirk is absolutely insane. I have so many messages from Kirk. We can either co-parent like I would like to do in the future, or we can go to war. That got me up.
He's still sleeping around with Jasmine. But I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this mess. I love you guys so much, and bye.
This what I know.
What?
This woman right here, no matter what this man do, she gonna stay with him.